The time was a crucial struggle time for most of African countries against the Western colonization. But in the Empire State of Ethiopia, nations and nationalities were struggling against internal colonization, even though peoples of the country came through difficult and unfair governance system of authoritarian period of Haile Selassie was over the limit. He began accumulating power already as a teenager, and in 1913 he was crowned emperor. No matter how he has a blood tie with the Oromo people, his governance excluded needs and benefits of the people. Just like Oromo people, other nations, nationalities and peoples including Amhara people denied their rights and needs under his governance. Haile Selassie's imperial land tax policies, also administrative injustice against the peasant population of the country caused rebellion in different parts of Ethiopia. The Bali peasant movement was among the revolts which broke in southeastern Ethiopia. The Bali rebellion's leader was General Wakogutu. Before Wakogutu elected as a leader of the rebellion, they had been taking separate insurgencies in different villages of Bali. One of the revolt leaders was Aliyyi He started fighting against the feudal government in his early age. As Colonel Aliyyi told, what forced him and his friends to fight was the long-lasted grievance of people in their area due to land grabbing of the feudal government and denial of their identity rights. Aliyyi was born in the Lomana district of Cirri village. He raised witnessing the feudal exploitation of land as their income generation, while the native people benefits nothing from their own land. Colonel Aliyyi had no rifle access at that time, so at his early age he joined Muhammad Gadak Alu's force, fighting in their village.
Gariin hin qabatu balloo jedhe. Dhombirii kiyya faayaa jedhe. Faayaa waa badaan hin beeyne. Dhombirii dhiirtee harkarra keette. Dhombirii kiyya balloo namuu si wallaalu balloo. Dhombirii kiyya faayaa adoo malte fardarra kaayaa. Akkanaan geeranii dhombirii.
Muhammad Gada was a local revolt leader and most wanted criminal by Haile Selassie government, along with Aliyyi. Many young men trained fighting under Muhammad Gada. His force defeated the then government force in villages of Gadab, Sanate, and Hambentu. Muhammad Gadak Alu captured in Raitu and imprisoned in Gobba prison and died there. After Muhammad Gadak Alu captured, his force continued fighting, forming different revolt wings. Aliyyi left with only 3 fighters. The most powerful force was under Wakogutu. Wako went to Somalia along with 40 fighters and came back with more than 40 rifles. Aliyyi and his friends also went to Somalia and brought rifles. Wakogutu and Aliyyi made a historic operation in Madda village. They created a united force of Bali peasants movement. Sources suggested that Wakogutu was pleased to join Aliyyi because of Aliyyi's great name as the best fighter and the most feared. At Madda village, Wakogutu officially elected as leader of the movement and granted title of general. Aliyyi granted title of colonel along with Dubro Wako and Adamjilo Webo. In the 7 years of successful struggle against Haile Selassie's government, they fanned the flames and many of Bali province villages came under their control. Aliyyi Cirri was able to attack 2 fighter jets of the Imperial Army using the non-automatic Ombi rifle.
Aliyyi Cirri tubeka isabeka karad ombri intukate chalala kitna damase jamuma birana titate
Cirri brothers were 11 in the revolt, and Aliyyi lost 4 of his brothers in the war. In 1917, the Bali peasant movement collapsed, and most of the fighters forced to leave Ethiopia. Aliyyi Cirri exiled in Somalia. Most of the members were imprisoned in countries they exiled. Aliyyi Cirri returned to homeland after the downfall of the Dark region. After returning to the country, he lived in Pitre village of Bali zone. At his age of 96, the war hero, Colonel Aliyyi Cirri, passed away November 11, 2017 at Gobba Hospital after long illness. Aliyyi Cirri's heroic funeral ceremony held in the strategic village of Madda, where tens of thousands of young Oromos along with top artists like Hachalu Hundessa and Galana Garomsa and Chafe Oromia's speaker Eshetu Dese took part. The tomb will be erected on the same strip of land that Wako Gutu and Adam Jilo's remains rest with eternal glory. Aliyyi Cirri survived by 27 children. His children were 20 sons and 22 daughters.